Hello and welcome back to the Level Cap Podcast, your one-stop Level 99 games shop for all things Level 99 games, news, development talk, questions, or otherwise.
I'm back for another podcast, Marco. How exciting is this?
Welcome back, Cameron. And I bet all of our fans are wondering why Brad's not here and why we have Cameron Nojemski instead. Can you explain?
Yeah, he's at PAX Unplugged, I believe, doing some promotional stuff. I think he's coming back tomorrow, which is our time. I don't know when this is going out, but he's coming back tomorrow, so he'll be on the next podcast. So I watched an interview with him actually on PAX Unplugged on YouTube, and it was actually quite funny seeing him there. He's pretty tall. Did you know that?
Yeah, he's like over 6 feet, right? He's a tall boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, the interviewer looks so short compared to him, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
the
he's at
interviewer's
PAX
just really
Unplugged.
short.
Maybe. I don't know.
How tall are you, Cameron?
Yeah. I'm 5'11".
Oh,
Near 6 foot.
I see. All of you tall people.
I'm actually quite short for, like... I was always the shortest in the group, I guess. It's alright.
Well, I guess that's the ultimate irony, because I'm like 5'8", and I'm usually one of the tallest.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I guess, you know, there's a
Fair
difference
play.
between being Caucasian and Asian.
Yeah, that's right. Did you see the booth they've got? It was actually
No.
quite well presented. It was a small little booth, and yeah, it looked really well. Besides, the banner was crinkled more than I'd like, but I'm a control freak, so if I was there, I'd uncrinkle it.
Oh, okay. I should really watch this interview of our lovely president at some point. But too bad we've both been busy watching some stuff. So Cameron, tell me, what have you been watching in this new segment? What literally we just invented like 5 minutes ago. Because we did what we've been listening to, so might as well do what we've been watching, right? So Cameron, what have you been
Yeah,
watching this week?
Well, I always watch Twitch, but not for the reason you think. I watch Twitch so that I can watch game polish. So, like, I watch Twitch for Street Fighter or Pokken, not because I enjoy the game, but because of how I want the effects to go in BCO, for example. I watched a lot of Duelist for PTO and how it interacts with the board and stuff. And I watch Hearthstone for how card effects pop up. So you'd probably notice a lot of similarities between them because, yeah, I watch them a lot. What else? They're pretty much the main things I watch. Like, I watch fighting games. I watch some esports, but, like, not for entertainment value. All I do is work anyway, so, I mean, like, if
Oh
I'm
my
watching
God.
something, it's for work purposes anyway.
Oh man, it sounds like your life is just work. When does Cameron ever play?
I haven't, actually, funny fact, me and Laura were talking the other day, and because I had no work backed up, I'm like, I think I might take my first day off in 2 years. And she's like, yeah, do it. And then I ended up finding some more work and just working.
What is wrong with you?
And yeah, I just, see, working for Level 99 is a dream come true. Like, Brad's so nice. Everyone's so nice. Like, everyone I work with is so nice. And it's not really work. It's just me making a game for my friends and my other friends playing it for enjoyment.
Aww.
But what have I been watching in particular? Hearthstone a lot, mainly, on Twitch. What else? I watched a bit of Street Fighter, but it depends on what game I'm working on, too. Like, what I'll be watching. Because I put it in my peripheral vision?
Peripheral vision,
so I can
yes.
see it out the...
Hey, you learned
so I can see it out
English!
the corner. Yeah, that's the hard thing for me. So I look at it out the corner of my eye, and so my polishing aspect of when I'm developing games is increasing by a large margin. Like, for example, I watched the fireworks for Hearthstone, and I didn't need to watch it again because I knew how it acted, and so I did a similar effect for BCO when you win the match. So everything I do is for, like... Well, Brad said he wanted fireworks, right? Which makes it understandable that you want fireworks. But, like, everything I do is for a reason, and there's always a reason behind my animations. And that's because someone else has done them, and they're just much better than I could come up with.
That's a nice animation you have. I think I will take it.
Yeah. What have you been watching, Marco?
AGDQ. So for the listeners who don't know what AGDQ is, it's called Awesome Games Done Quick. It is a seasonal, like they do it twice a year, like, right?
Do they?
Yeah, it's like, so there's AGDQ and then there's SGDQ. So they do one at the start of every year. No, it's summer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Summer Games Done Quick. So basically this is a charity marathon Twitch stream where basically a bunch of people from all around the world come together to play video games for charity. And people donate money to the stream, and then they give it to a specific charity, like Doctors Without Borders or something like that, and to fund some stuff like cancer research and so on and so forth. So it's a pretty cool thing. They stream people speedrunning games, and the concept of speedrunning, if you guys don't know, is basically you do everything in your power to go from the start of the game to the end screen of the game in the smallest amount of time possible, right? So they come up with all these like cool glitches and cool tricks like that make some of the games or some of the events in games that we thought were super hard or super annoying or like really, really hard, and they breeze through it as if it's nothing. And I love it whenever I watch it. Like whenever they put out a speedrun of a RPG game, like a JRPG, like I don't know, like Pokemon or Kingdom Hearts. Well, that's not a JRPG, but like Final Fantasy 4 or Final Fantasy 6. And then I see that the video is like 3 hours long. It's impressive on two fronts. Number one, holy crud, somebody just played a video game for 3 hours straight. At supposedly maximum peak efficiency. But number two, they finished a JRPG in 3 hours, right? It usually takes me 100 hours to finish a JRPG. So, like, finding out all of the stupid stuff they do to, like, beat the game at like level 11 or something like that it's atrocious and it's amazing. And I love watching AGDQ, and I'm, probably after this podcast, I will watch the Pokemon White 2 speedrun, which is 3 hours and 30 minutes long. So I don't know, it'll be a late night for me.
I think they raised over 2.2 million, beating their record for the brain cancer foundation, I believe it was. Some brain cancer foundation, which is quite an impressive thing. Like, they're just a bunch of gamers. To think of that they raised so much just from playing games is a feat in its own. And, like, these guys are major skilled. Like, I was watching them play Pokemon Red and beating it blindfolded. Like, oh god. Can you imagine playing a game blindfolded? Jeez.
And using only audio to get through the entire thing. It's atrocious. These people, what they can do. Like, one of my favorite runners is a guy called Half Coordinated. He's so fun to watch because I think Half Coordinated has a sickness or an illness that like paralyzed half of his body, right? So he can only play games with one hand. But
oh wow.
Yeah, but the best thing is all of the games that Half Coordinated runs are action games. So he runs Devil May Cry or like Nier Automata and all of that stuff. So these are like super heavy input games that I have problems making inputs in with two hands, and then he runs it with one hand. And I'm like, this guy is atrocious. Too good, too pro. It's insane.
I know this might change the subject, but I actually watched someone play one of my games who had cerebral palsy, and he used his chin for his mouse and played my game.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I nearly I felt so good about myself. I even posted on Facebook. I was like, these guys are amazing. Like, I don't post anything on Facebook, and I posted that on Facebook, and some people are so talented, eh?
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, jeez, these people are so good with like all parts of their body, and I'm like, I have two hands and I can barely like thread a rope through a needle or some stuff, man. Jeez. Yeah. Well, that's what they get for practicing and being really good. So that pretty much does it for what we've been watching. You know, AGDQ, Twitch. Both of those are Twitch things. I just realized.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cameron, tell me, Cameron.
What?
Cameron.
What?
Welcome to this new segment called Cameron Talks About Development.
Haven't we done this like 3 times now?
It's still new. It's still new to me. It's still new to me, Cameron.
We talked about PTO, we talked about BCO, but we never really delved too much into them. We talked about balance in PTO more than anything else, I guess. So, kind of.
Let's talk about PTO? Well, rather, let's talk about BCO. We gave PTO its own episode, so let's give BCO its own episode. Yeah. Cameron, recently you came out with a bunch of cool new patches, so talk about them. Talk about development.
So, 0.9.0 was 7 got released with that. And what else got released with that? I can't remember. It was a big thing too. But the latest patch, which was Magdalena.
Duelist.
Yeah, tell us in the comments. Seriously, I've forgotten. I'm already working on the next patch, so my mind's already gone past it. But so in 10.0 we worked on Magdalena, replays, tutorial, and all that stuff. And I don't know how our testers didn't find it, but I had to release a temp patch, which was fixing up the replay system and fixing the tutorial because no one found it. And Brad had a sudden change of heart where he said, you know what? I'd like this done, and I didn't test it, and so we released it, and it didn't go all too well. And that was, he said to me, hey Cameron, wouldn't it be good if the discards just kind of cycled? And I'm like, yeah. And this is literally 3 hours before I had to release the patch. I'm not even kidding. And I'm like, yeah, that would be cool, I guess. And he's like, do you think you can do it now? I'm like, okay. Like I've already announced the patch. I've already compiled it. I've already done everything. And so I'm like, okay, just for Brad, I'll smash out this. And so, like, in 2 hours, I had programmed a whole new animation for the discards. And I forgot an exclamation mark. And that kind of made replays play in 500% speed.
Gotta go fast! Oh my gosh.
And do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny about this? So, Sabron says to me, the replays are so fast, I can't keep up with them. And I'm just like, you're just hallucinating, you know? And then Tirikin comes to me and goes, Daniel, what's Daniel Tirikin's last name? Daniel
Zeger?
Daniel H.
No,
yeah.
Daniel H. Wait. Be very clear, okay? Both of these people are level 99 games employees, right?
Yeah,
Daniel H is the guy who does the balancing. So if any card is nerfed or buffed, that's his fault. His name is Anderel. Daniel Zeger, Daniel Z is the guy who does writing and he is a writer, and his name is Tirenkin. Okay.
Yeah. So
Daniel
D.
Like,
who's Daniel D? I haven't met Daniel D yet.
Daniel D is the community manager and the guy who makes YouTube videos for level 99 games.
Aren't you Marco? Why aren't you Marco?
No, because no, legit, my second name is indeed Daniel. So there are 3 Daniels working for level 99 games. We will eventually take over, and all of us will be Daniel.
Yeah. But yeah, he goes to me, hey Cam, did you know that replays are crashing? And I never got the replay crash. And so I'm like, what? And so he was very kind of him to stay up way past his bedtime and help me test. And it all turned out to be an exclamation mark not put. Like, literally, just one exclamation mark put in one line of code. And then everyone complained, hey, Seki, why is replay too slow? I'm like, what do you want me to do? Marco's just died. But literally, everyone who had gotten used to the replays being so fast just thought it was normal. And then all of a sudden, everyone thinks it's too slow. But now it plays back at proper speed. It fixed tutorial. And we got the cycle discards in. Oh, it's a great time. And update 11, which is 0.11.0,
yes,
will be Caesar. I'm like 99% sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 99% sure because I just implemented some stuff of him. I don't know if I'll get around to controller support yet, but I'm looking into it because there's a few things I need to do for controller support, native controller support, like proper controller support. Because Brad has this idea that we want to put it on the Switch one day, BCO.
Nice.
And so I've got to implement control support, but the major release for 11 would be the shop, and in the shop you'll be able to buy bundles. I'm not 100% sure or confirming this, but Brad has said he might want to do a pre-order of Season 2, and you'll get a discount, and you'll unlock all the characters as they come out for Season 2 for the rest of 2018.
Also, like a season pass.
Yeah, season pass, that's what we call it, but I just call it a bundle. And season 1 pass should be there, and it should be around 25,000 coins, I think it is.
What's the
and that will
conversion rate to
unlock
coins?
you all the... it's $1 USD to 100.
So 25,000 would be...
No, 2,500? Is that what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
$25 anyway. 25 US. Or
Okay.
a bit down, because you think about when you buy coins, you get, currently you get bonuses for buying more than $20 or whatever. So it might be only $20 you need to really spend to unlock them. Yeah, so they're coming out. The shop is going to be really good. I was mocking up a few things and doing some small polishing things that I thought I never could do. And that's the great thing about BCO is Laura, the UI designer, will be like, hey Cameron, do you think you can do this? And my first response is no, but I'm going to try anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how... I'm not I'm supposed to be a professional, but at the same time, I'm still learning to this day. Everyone's always learning. So I try to always keep myself going and learning as I go, because the minute you stop learning is the minute, you think you're better than what you can be. And so I'm always going to keep learning. And she said to me, oh, do you think you can do this? And I sit there and I went into BCO Discord. If you're not in BCO Discord, come join me. Seriously. Put a link in the description, Marco. Put a link in the description about BCO Discord.
You can't tell me what to do.
Wait, who's your boss? Wait, I'll tell Brad to do it then. I'll tell Brad to tell you.
No, seriously, I'll put it there. We need more people in the Discord.
Yeah. So, she said, do you think you can do this? And so, the first thing, I failed math really bad. I don't know if anyone knows this, but I learned math purely for programming aspects. Like, I can't do simple math, but I can do advanced nonlinear progression lines.
Why? Cameron, please, why?
So, all I learned was from programming games is the math to program games. And, I failed all math. And now I'm regretting it a little bit. But at the same time, I'm still learning math. But I asked in BCO Discord today, I'm like, is anyone good at math? Because I'm trying to convert this to this. And Andrew, or Daniel H, he's just like, oh, yeah, just do this. I'm like, thank you. And it was something simple, like, it was something like 100 divide 59. And I couldn't even work it out.
Cameron.
And yet I'm doing, like, crazy at the stuff.
Cameron, I'm gonna blow your mind, okay?
Yeah, go on.
If you type 100 / 59 onto Google, it will give you the answer.
Am I the only one who types their calculations into Google before they type it into calculator on their computer? Do you do that, Marco?
I only type it on Google. I don't use the calculator on my computer. What?
Because the reason why I use Google is because I can work out formulas in Google. Like I can put brackets and divide by, and I can use to the power of really simply in Google.
Yeah, you just type. You just type it, right? Like, but in calculator, it's dumb.
Yeah.
You have to like press the buttons.
Yeah. Google Calculator is far superior than Microsoft Calculator, but that's another debate.
That's another.
But yeah,
Go...
Yeah,
Microsoft Calculator is my waifu. How dare you?
But yeah, development's going well for 11. I hope to get all I want in. Actually, secret hint for people who are listening right now, and they play BCO/PTO. We just finished the actual what's the avatars for your character. You know how when you're in your friends list, and you see
those
that
are called avatars.
penguin. What?
Those are called avatars, and the penguin's called Borneo.
Yeah, not Juto. Yeah, that's right. I was getting confused between them. But yeah, so we actually designed the first ones. There's like 100 of them. And every character from the cast of BCO is in it. It's crazy cool. Like, it's phenomenally cool. So I want to get that in as soon as possible too. Yes, Marco?
Can you like implement what do you call this? Like for the level 99 employees, can you like implement special avatars for us? Because I want my avatar to just say the word brawler.
Oh god, that's a big meme right now. Is mayonnaise a brawler?
Marco!
Oh god. Yeah, there's been a lot of BCO memes. Actually, BCO's been getting a lot of press lately, hasn't it? People have been streaming it. People have been making memes out of it. YouTube videos.
Oh my
Holy
gosh, the
dooly.
memes. Yes, the memes.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Marco has became a meme.
Dude, I have been a
Marco just
meme.
became a meme.
I've been a meme way before BCO. Just saying. Like everyone's a brawler is a meme, or like, yeah. Oh, what else? Oh, by the way, speaking of streams and stuff, currently there is a tournament. I think it's like Birds BattleCon Brawl or like Birds Battle Brawl or something.
13 Earth.
Dude, it's
Battle
Bird.
Brawl.
It's Bird. 1-3 looks like a B. It's Bird.
Oh! Oh my god, I'm so dumb.
Cameron, his name is Wind Up Bird. It's a.
I thought it was like 3rd, like 13th, like as in like, you know, Blue Blaze. Is it Guilty Gear or Blue Blaze? Guilty Gear. Like XR the 3rd or something.
No, dude. Oh. It's 1-3. It looks like a B. It's Bird.
I always wondered why it was called that. Oh yeah, that tournament is going well. I told Brad about that. I was personally paying to sponsor the tournament, and Brad's like, "Screw that! I'm paying to sponsor the tournament now." So he's providing the prize pool for the tournament, and it's going really well. And the YouTube videos are going so well.
Yeah. So we figured out a way to get replays from people so that you can send it to other people. That's one. We also figured out a way to
Yep.
record replays really easily, and we figured out a way to put them onto YouTube. So Wind Up Bird will be uploading those videos to YouTube. You can actually watch the first 2 games. They're out now. The other games are still being done. The tournament's not yet done, and the games aren't being played like on a specific. Like, they're not being played on a set schedule, right? Like, the players can play the game whenever they want, right? And they just set the schedules up themselves. And then they send the replay over to Bird, and then that's how he decides the results. The games are pretty fun. I've watched both of them. It's, good games in both ends. Good games in both ends.
I looked at the bracket, and you'll be surprised to find that Charles actually lost in Swiss. Like, lost the first round. The world champion of BattleCon.
Yes, the world champion. We're not kidding. He is literally 3-time world champion of BattleCon. So, you know the tournament's filled with crazy people if the world champ loses the first round.
Yeah. To be fair, he was up against one of the BCO's best players. So
was he against Alifant?
There's a difference. No, he was up against Hectrum.
Oh, it's even worse, dude. I think Hectrum and Charles have played each other at a tournament or something. So, yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, because I know that Charles plays about 1 or 2 games a day of BCO, but Hectrum plays like 7 to 8 games of BCO a day. Like, the dude is insane. He's like a top favourite for the tournament. Like, him and Alifant, just because of how many games Alifant's played and how much experience she has in the current meta. There's some favourites, but there's some loose cannons too. Like, there's some small-time players that could be really good. Like, Like, the tournament's crazy. You should go check out the videos.
Jugan?
Yeah, Jugan.
You know?
Yeah, he could come back. Like, he could make a serious comeback. Because, I was watching how he thinks, and I'm like, wow, this dude actually knows how to play. Like, and then you got people like Terrankin, who are just like crazy with Rifflum, and like they can just set up in you so well.
Yeah,
there's just some crazy people.
All of these people use varying characters, right? Like a lot of the cast is represented in this tournament. Tyrankin is one of my favorite players to watch, actually. This is the first time I've ever seen him like play BCO, like without fighting him, you know? And watching Daniel play is hilarious, because here's the thing about Daniel. He doesn't usually play to actually win the game. If you know what I mean. Like, he plays it to do really, really, really awesome stuff. Like, he will do things that seem atrociously bad, and then they will somehow work out, and it'll be the most epic thing you'll ever see. So, Daniel's like king of reads. We named a thing after him. Did you know that?
What did you name after him? No, I didn't know.
We named it. We named a thing called the Tyrankin tactic. So when you purposely clash someone, and you're like, you feel awesome when you do it, right? Because you know, like, oh, I know the attack you're playing, so I'll clash you on purpose with this attack. That's usually a good move. The problem is if you like clash them from far away using your shot, none of your other attacks will hit, and then you instantly lose, right? So Daniel tends to do that. Daniel tends to like just clash you for the sake of clashing you, and forgets like, oh wait, right, I still have to win the clash afterwards. So the Tyrankin tactic is that you clash them on purpose and you're awesome, and then you subsequently just lose because you lose the clash.
Yeah. He's still a pretty strong player though. Let's not deny it. He's a very strong player. Like there's like Andy Man's in the tournament, and he's like he does really well on his reads. Like he could be really good. Like there's just a lot of small time people that could really do well. Like we've got favorites, and we've got a lot of people who could actually win the tournament because they're just good at BCO. Maybe not good at PaperCon because there's so many more variables in PaperCon. But in BCO, it's a whole different meta. And that's what's so exciting about BCO, I think.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game. Like Charles, look, here's the thing. If you gave Charles like 5 minutes per beat, no doubt he would probably just outright win this tournament.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
But you
100%.
don't.
And even he said that himself.
but you don't get 5 minutes per beat, right? You get 1 minute and
Yeah.
30 seconds. That's it per beat. So
No, that's only on the first beat.
oh, what?
It's only on the first beat.
Is it 45
it's actually
after?
it's a minute after. It might be 45. I thought it was 60 seconds or a minute. 60 seconds or 45 seconds. I can't remember. But the first beat it's purposely longer because you need to look at their discards and stuff like that. So me and Brad came to the conclusion that would make it like 30 seconds longer or something on the first beat. So yeah, Charles really struggles under the time conditions.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
That was me on my first 10 games of BattleCon Online. So I played my first 10 games of BattleCon Online and I lost all of them and I was like, I thought I was good at this game. I have like 300 games worth of experience. What's happening? Turns out the timers really kill you. Like, especially if you're a player like me or Charles, like the way we play is just really slow. And we tend to like to think and analyze everything. And you know, that screws you, man, in a game with time limits. Elephant, on the other hand, they're really good because the way Elephant plays is intense. You know how he plays? Elephant plays by memorizing situations. So, like, Elephant can look at the board state and go, I'm at range 5 from this character. These are the cards in their discard. These are the cards in my discard. This is my best attack. Like, it just goes like that. They no longer have to think about what the attacks are. They just go, oh, I know this. This is the attack. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. And Elephant just finds optimal plays within seconds. It's just insane. Like,
Yep.
Elephant's really good for BCO, like, in terms of that he can think so quickly that it's just good for him to play it. Like, just better.
Yeah. So that pretty much does it for us talking about BattleCon Online development, you know, in-game and out-of-game. If you guys are interested in the tournament, please join the Discord, the link for which will be found in the description down below. And you will find, you know, the tournament there. We will be posting the updates as well. It's going to be a few weeks before the tournament ends, right? And then after that, we're going to start sharing all of it on social media, and you'll be able to see it. And, you know, maybe you'll be able to join the next tournament, right, Cameron?
Yep. Join the next tournament. Make it bigger and better each time we do it.
No, not each time. At some point, it's going to get to like 100 players, and we're going to die.
Then we need to make Bird our tournament organizer.
Oh, yes. Who's Bird? Don't you mean 13 IRD?
Yeah. Well, okay, it makes sense now, okay? Jeez.
All right. And that pretty much does it for this segment. Let's move on to our final segment for this podcast, since we did drone a bit too long on that last one. Welcome to our 99 questions of Level 99 Games Questions on the Wall, where we answer your hot-pressed questions and we force-feed it into Cameron so that he gives us hot, fresh answers. Cameron, are you ready to answer some questions?
Yeah, but I don't normally think about these. I say, like, the first thing that comes to my mind. Do you know, like, those psychology tests?
Like the Rorschach
Where
test?
like where they pull up a picture and first thing that comes to your mind, say it. That's basically what I'm like with these questions. So I think I'll take a second to think this time.
How are you feeling today? Oh.
Actually, the only person who could have asked this was Marco, and I'm feeling actually really good. I got a lot done in BCO, and I'm feeling fresh, and yeah, I'm doing really well today. It's a bit late, but other than that, it's been a great day. How about you, Marco? How are you feeling today?
Oh man, it's wonderful. You know, I got to eat some fried chicken, and I'm just chilling now, and I'm gonna be editing this podcast and releasing it in a few. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. There's a small amendment to the question that says, if you are legit curious, this is TKRKS, the old McHale guy, asking all these weird questions in the Google form, since I'm too lazy to make an actual account anywhere and ask weird questions there instead. So
So listen to the last podcast. Good. I'm going to track him down. I'm going to ask him weird questions.
yes. TKRKS, we miss you, man. We miss you in this community, you know. TKRKS was very active on the Board Game Geek sites before we got onto the Discord. So it's pretty fun. You know, make a Discord, man. Join the server. We need you back. We need some McHale mains back. All right. Next question. Do you use hair or...
Macau won't be long.
Oh.
Macau won't be long in BCO.
Spoiler.
I don't think.
Spoiler.
Yeah, sorry.
Do
Macau was supposed to be before Magdalena, by the way.
Oh, really?
Okay, let's go.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you use hair or face products?
Yes, 100%, every time.
What's your favorite brand?
Hair products. Oh, geez, my favorite brand. Actually, I bought this gel for $50 once, and it was the best hair gel. It was the best hair gel I've ever experienced. Obviously this company went out of business because no one was buying this hair gel for $50, right?
Yeah.
But I use hair gel every day. I'm a bit of what they call a pretty boy, right? Anyway,
Okay.
so I bought this $50 gel, and it was like you didn't need to wear deodorant because it was perfumed, and it would cover your whole body in this unique flavor of like Calvin Klein deodorant, right?
Okay.
And it would keep your hair gelled for 3 days. You could shower, and it would keep it gelled.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So it would eventually run out, and it was super stiff. And so a friend of mine named Cody, the mother of my kids, she actually tracked down some bottles of it for Christmas once and got me like 3 bottles of it. What a legend she was. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that sounds
great.
great.
So yes, I'm an avid user. Yeah, I'm an avid user.
Okay. Well, my answer to this is no and no. I don't have a favorite brand because I don't use any. Yeah. It's just a part of my genes. My hair is really coarse. So, like, what it does is you wet it, and then you set it, and then it stays like that until you sleep or get hair. So I don't need to use gel. So that's my deal.
I spike up my mohawk every now and then. So that's what I do.
Okay, here's the last question, Brad. Are you Brad? No, you're Cameron, huh?
I just my mic just boomed because I was like, what the hell?
Hi, Brad.
So
okay, no, seriously, Cameron. Sorry, dude. You gotta give a man a break. All right, Cameron. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite foreign food? And what's your favorite fast food?
Okay, this is very easy. I can answer all 3 with one answer.
Okay.
But I'll try to answer all 3 differently. Okay? So my favorite food. So if we're home cooking, my favorite food is some pasta with cream cheese.
Oh, it sounds great.
Like cream cheese spread and some bacon in it. My grandmother made it for me when I was a very young kid, and to this day, actually I ate 2 bowls of it just before this podcast.
Nice.
I eat it daily. So, my favorite foreign food would have to be a doner kebab. 100%.
Ooh, that's
100%.
great. I love those too. Those taste great.
Less tomato, onion, and lamb. And my favorite fast food, like, are we talking like McDonald's? Because my favorite fast food would have to be Hungry Jack's. Hungry Jack's is by far the best fast food restaurant. And for everyone else outside of Australia, it's called Burger King.
Are you serious?
Is Burger King a thing? I think it's called Burger King.
But
it's called Hungry Jack's in Australia.
Is Hungry Jack's like a burger place? And then their tagline is "Have it your way"?
Yeah. So it's exactly the same as Burger King, but because of licensing issues, they had to name it something else. Look up the logo, and it'll be exactly the same, just with the words Burger King replaced with Hungry Jack's.
Nice.
That's why they're in similar length.
I see. Oh, man. Huh.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Burger King for Americans or anywhere else, and Hungry Jack's for Australians. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Marco?
Okay, my favorite food is of all time. I probably have to put sisig up there. Yeah, Filipino food. Sisig is like, this might get a bit graphic, so if you guys like don't like meat or whatever, I'm about to describe how this food is made. So sisig is a Filipino dish, right? And it's usually served on a sizzling plate. And it is literally chopped pig face. So they get pig face, they chop off the ears and everything, and then they mince it, and then they put soy sauce and put it in a sizzling plate. And then you put it on rice and then you eat it.
I'm cringing right now. Like, I'm all for experimentation. Like, I've eaten crocodile and kangaroo, but I've never eaten pig face. And you're saying it's your favorite of all time, so it must be tasty.
It is real good, my sir. Here's the thing about Filipino food, okay? If you knew how they were made, or if you knew what they were, they would be disgusting until you ate them. Okay, so what's my favorite foreign food? Oh man, it's shawarma, which is basically in the same cuisine as the kebabs, Mediterranean. And all
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
I love
enjoy
that.
that too.
I love that. Okay, and my favorite fast food? Oh man, I can't believe this. It's Burger King.
We're like Marco, CCG players and Burger King lovers.
Oh man, GG kids, GG. All right, so
it's
so
just fresh. It's just fresh.
Dude, I love the burgers. My favorite burger from Burger King is the 4-cheese burger. And I'm slightly lactose intolerant, but I don't care. I love it. It tastes great.
I have the ultimate double whopper, which is like everything on the burger doubled. And, yeah.
Even the bread?
And with jalapenos, extra pickles. No, not the bread, but everything on it, like, so you get, like, yeah, just imagine everything double, like, so double the tomatoes, double the mayonnaise, double the ketchup, everything. And so, yeah, it's a big feast.
Oh, man, I love Burger King.
I'm a hungry
so
man.
Much. Yep. It's a big... Oh, Burger King, I love you so much. I will have it my way, please. And my way is eat until I die.
Yeah, that's my way too, don't worry.
All right. No, that's a lie. You don't eat at all, you liar.
Oh, well, I eat when there's food to be eaten. Or I eat at about 9 o'clock at night, but that's my breakfast, dinner, and lunch. And then I go to sleep.
You madman. Anyway, that pretty much does it for this 99 question segment where we answered some really personal questions. And I'm sorry if it got a little bit graphic there with me talking about preparing food. I did warn you guys about it, so I'm not sure if this is not safe for work. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't think cooking food is not safe for work, right?
You know, this podcast was only supposed to be a short podcast, and then somehow we've made it into a long podcast because of the tournament. We got hyped for the tournament. It's so good to get hyped for. Oh
my gosh, so hyped. So that pretty much does it for this episode. We will not delay any longer. As usual, it has been me, your host, Marco DeSantos, also known as the Mechanic Critic, and with me is my lovely temporary guest co-host until Brad gets back.
He'll be back next week, so don't worry, guys. He's back. Cameron Najemski? Cameron Seki Najemski.
There you go. There you go. Seki. Cameron Seki Najemski. If you like this podcast, please give us a rating or, give us a review on wherever you're listening to this podcast. Or share it with a friend who you think would like the ramblings of two mad men or mad people about board games and food, I guess. And don't forget to give us a comment in the comment section down below. If you liked it, if you hated it, or if you want us to do specific other segments, please tell us and we will get to those as soon as we can. And without much else to say, thank you so much for listening. Thank you and good night. Cameron, say happy gaming.
Happy gaming. Oh wait, I'm supposed to say that out loud. Happy gaming, guys.